How's it going, guys? Alright, so we are going to get started here in a minute. Just obviously, it's been a little while since I have streamed, so let me know before we get started how my audio level sounds. Is the music too loud? Am I loud enough? Am I too loud? Just let me know how everything sounds, if you guys can hear me and all that, before we get started, just so we can make sure we're good to go once we do get started. And we've got, I don't know if Ruhan is still in here, but we have T-Kippy, Mama Shay, Becca, thank you guys all for joining me. And we'll give it a little bit of time, see if a few more people jump in once, they get like notifications and whatnot that the stream started. But how are you all doing? I know I've been chatting with you guys a little bit before we started, but it's always good to actually get to chat. Said so far so good on the audio. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a while. It's been probably like a month, so it's always kind of, when you haven't streamed in a while, it's always kind of fun to get in and try to figure out if things are still good, if levels are still working, if all the different like little overlays and stuff even still work. I've had issues with my overlays, so I actually kind of went back to the default stuff for some of the overlays, so hopefully that stuff will work a little bit better. So for today's stream, we obviously like the title says, it's going to be a tech Stryder pen, kind of like a hanger. My idea for it was to do kind of something like a garage, I guess, or like a hanger. My immediate thought was like an AT-AT out of Star Wars, and kind of trying to build like a area where you would bring them in and park them as if they were being worked on or something, and then also including some little areas to use, the tech storage and whatnot. And we may add an area for an industrial forge and a tech replicator, like a kind of like a crafting area to make use of all of this stuff that we're going to be storing. So it should be good. We'll see how it goes. It's probably going to end up being massive. Oh, Your Monkey's in here. How's it going, Your Monkey? Sorry, Monkey. I'll be on soon to finish the architect stuff. Just wanted to stream for it being my 1 year anniversary or birthday or whatever on YouTube. Wanted to make sure I did something. So, all right, let's go ahead and kind of start getting ready. Show you guys what we're doing and stuff. Alright, so I have actually gone ahead and laid out the main foundation, or what I think is going to kind of be the main foundation. We're going to kind of go, I've got an idea of what I want to do, like I said, but we're going to kind of work through this as we go. So yeah, this is going to be kind of the foundation. We have 6 Stryders over here. You don't have to build it this big if you don't want to include 6 of them. You could always, slim it down a little bit. But I wanted to make sure we had a pen big enough to fit a decent amount of Stryders and also be kind of somewhat the same size on each side. So I think going across the front here is 14 foundations long, and then going backwards here or along the side is 16 foundations long. So it's a 14 by 16 kind of starting base. I was going to use metal, but I went with stone in the end just because metal, like putting that many metal foundations can get expensive. And I personally hate the sound of metal foundations when you're walking on them. So, yeah, I went ahead and switched it to go with stone. Hopefully it does work out with what we're going to do. Star Wars is my favorite. Yeah, Star Wars is definitely my favorite as well. Yeah, yeah. There's some other stuff that's probably close, but Star Wars is my favorite. Doing good. Happy YouTuber. Thank you, Your Monkey. Thank you, Becca. All right, so let's do the map chords and stuff real quick. Let's get our map out. So we are on the Eden. This is called the Eden Zone, right? Steel hugs. Hey, Chips, thanks for helping me build my Viking village. My clanmates, thank you too. Oh, that is awesome, dude. That's what we do it for. I love when people are able to put the builds together and come up with some awesome stuff like villages and whatnot. So you are very welcome. I'm glad it worked out and everything. All right, so for the map, so we are kind of right here on the very edge. My light just got brighter in my room. We're right here on the very edge of the Eden Zone, kind of like right along the middle. And these are the map chords. So it's about 44 lat by about 87 longitude. And again, here is the map. and the map chords again. And I'll kind of zoom out real quick and kind of show you generally where it's at. So you can see we've got like, you know, it's kind of like right along the divide here. This area that I'm on, there, as you keep going down this way, there's a few good good flat spots like this for larger builds like this. So, and we've got this kind of like hangar thing right behind us. All right, let's go ahead and move a tech strider in and kind of try to figure out the size. Let's get the one on the outside. And I've spawned in 6 of them. I took the time. It was very, very tedious spawning all of these guys in to make sure that I got the harvesting head with the saddlebag attachment. The 2 attachments that are really meant for harvesting. Just for me as a PvE player, I don't really know why I would need anything other than this one, because it's just a beast for harvesting, whereas the other ones are kind of more meant for like, you know, combat and whatnot. So with this being a like pen that we're gonna have dedicated storage and stuff, I just wanted to have these guys, but obviously you can use it with the other ones as well. All right, so how many do they take up exactly? How's it going, H. Valderes? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I added the Dwarven house as my personal house. Love it. Yeah, that Dwarven house, that's one of my favorite builds that me and Monkey have done. I really liked how it turned out with all of her decor and stuff, too. Alright, let's see. So, I think we're going to need, like, 4 for them to actually be able to, like, move around. I think if we do 3, they won't be able to, like, get through it, if I remember what I tested. Okay. So we're going to start off with like a wall going up here. And then this is going to be kind of the front where they come in. And we'll put another wall right here. Something like that, just to kind of get an idea of what we're doing. Yes, dwarves. Yeah, that was something somebody recommended that or wanted to see that on my one of my subs, and you know, I don't think I've ever seen a Dwarven house in Ark, so I was like, yeah, you know, let me try it out, and you know, it turned out pretty good. You should see the first rendition of it that I sent to you or Monkey and asked her if it was good. It was not good, but you know, in the end, I think it turned out pretty good. So. Oh, we can get rid of this guy now. So Your Monkey gives me so many great decor. Yep, Your Monkey is awesome with the decor and the building. She's a really great builder too, but she's just got another level of creativity with the decor and everything. All right, so let's do this first. Let's add a fence foundation right here. Add some pillars going up. Do the same thing over here. Do like a mix of railings, and I think I'm gonna kind of like do a few levels of this like design that we've done with the catwalks and then the railings, because these things are pretty tall and I think they can just like straight up climb out of almost anything. Oh, hey big guy, how's it going? Let's see if this kind of keeps him in there, if he can climb out of that. As long as it's not like super easy for him to just climb right over, then I think we'll be fine with bringing him in here. Anything big like this, it is very annoying trying to line them up and stuff, because they are so slow going backwards, but this is what it is. Yeah, I think that looks cool. So now the challenge is getting it up above him because he's so tall. And I want this to be kind of almost like, it's like a hangar or like a train station. I think it's what somebody, when I was kind of like originally throwing out ideas for it, somebody recommended like doing something like a train station. I have built it on each of my souls as my personal place. Nice. I'm glad you like it that much. You've built it a few times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. So as you can see, it's already going to get pretty pricey. Just to close one of these guys in, you have to build 10 high. I'm doing Christian Pierre. How's it going, man? What's my favorite kind of chips to eat? You know, it's probably a toss-up between either, I kind of have like 3, I'd say, favorites that just depends on like what I'm in the mood for. But either the spicy nacho Doritos, just like circular tortilla chips, Tostitos with cheese or buffalo chicken dip, or just good old, good old fashioned sea salt or kettle cooked sea salt and vinegar. But yeah, those are usually my 3 go-tos. All right, we're going to go ahead and kind of repeat this little part here 2 more times. Could you use the tall wall instead? You could definitely use the tall wall, and I might do that when I make the tutorial for it, if this is what I go with, just to save on like lag and everything with using so many building pieces. The only reason I don't use the tall wall mainly during a build or during like a live stream build or something, is just to just in case I want to change something, I don't have to if I want to add like a window in here or somewhere, I don't have to tear down the entire wall to add one window. I can just go in and plug it in. Buffalo chicken dip is where it's at. Yeah, I've actually never really been a buffalo, I guess, person, like buffalo wings and stuff, until I met my wife. And yeah, she's like, I used to be very I don't try anything new. I would just eat what I ate. And she's like, no, you're gonna try this. And then yeah, now I really like buffalo. Good choices. What about you, T Kippy? What's your favorite chips to eat? Moithead, hope you have a good birthday stream. I have to get ready for work, but I will talk to you soon. All right, Monkey. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a good day at work. Don't go too hard there today. Oh, let's do another layer of these. And I am playing right now with unofficial settings, no clip enabled, so obviously I can just add stuff in. But when I make the tutorial, like always, it'll be on official settings. So there will be probably some steps if we do go with this design here with the railings. It'll be step by step trying to add these catwalks in, because you can't go back and add catwalks. It's pretty annoying. All right, guys, you're all in the way now. All right, yeah. So this is a good thing about pens is like once you kind of get the idea, like it's pretty quick to build up like the other pens because it's all repetitive, you know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess just duplicate this real quick before we move on to the next part. It's really hot there today, Monkey, in Gold, Canada. It's been 110 last 2 weeks here. It's literally been like so hot you walk outside and it just feels like you're walking into an oven and you're just like, yeah, I'm going back inside. No way. Life is not happening today. I am very excited to move. I cannot wait to not deal with that heat. It's going to be so nice. Even though it's going to snow in the wintertime, I'd much rather deal with snow in the winter than deal with 110 heat during the year. Oh, there's the first punch of the day. I don't know if this is like a new feature that they've done or if it's something that's always been there and I've just never really noticed it. But if you don't have like another piece in your inventory and you go to like close out of using that piece, I guess, you fall now out of creative mode, and it absolutely bothers me. I've re-recorded so many clips in the last like few videos because of that. Like videos that should have taken like 2 hours to record have taken like 7 hours to record because of just that feature, that right there, what I just did. Very frustrating. All right, Monkey. Yep, we'll catch you later. It's been insane hot here too in was that Montana? I'm sorry, I don't know my states that well. Only mid to upper 90s, but today it's been down pouring rain all day. So glad I work from home so I can say and not go outside. Yeah, I live right now for about the next week, not even week, like next 4 days or 5 days, I think. I live in like middle northern California, and it's just like absolutely excruciating hot during the summer times, and you don't get like the nice like beach winds or anything. It's like California but without California, and it's terrible. I'll be moving here in 5 days to Ohio, and it's gonna be very nice. I'm super excited to not be here anymore. Not that I don't like, I didn't have a good time here and do stuff, but it's just, oh, Minnesota, okay. So that brings me to another point for those of you that are watching. If in the next like 10 days, 12 days or so, you see a dip in video content or content and whatnot, just know I'm driving for 5 days or 4 days. I'm going to be driving across country and then obviously moving into my new house, getting internet and stuff set up. So there might be a little bit of a lull on videos. I'm going to try in the next 2 days. I'm working on the Architects event, trying to finish off my part on that. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. But I'm going to try to get like 1 or 2 small, quick little videos recorded that I can have post while I'm like on the road or while I'm gone or while I'm, waiting to get my stuff set up in my new house. So hopefully I can get that out, but otherwise it's probably gonna be like a week or 2 before any new videos come out. Hey, King Knockout, how's it going? Zeker asks, can you breed the Stryder? I don't think they're breedable. I haven't like actually like messed around too much with like the taming and stuff of them, or like the breeding, or like all of that portion of it. I've basically just checked them out, seen what they do and stuff. But I mean, we can look at it real quick. Let me see if there's a taint or a breeding option on them. I doubt there is. Behavior. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any breeding option on them. Oh, I didn't mean to ride it. I don't know if you can clone them. You may be able to clone them. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can't breed them, it doesn't look like. Friend lives in this area and keeps sending you pictures. Yeah, it's been just absurdly hot lately. There was actually a wildfire like 2 weeks ago that almost like went up to within like probably 300 yards of my house. Maybe a little bit further than that, maybe like 600 yards, but yeah, it was close. It was close to burning down our house. Which, I mean, I have like a pretty messed up sense of humor, I guess. So when I was actually I was actually out getting a tattoo when it happened, and I was on the way home, and my wife called me and was like, freaking out and stuff. But she was already safe and everything. Our daughter was already safe, but she was freaking out about it. And I was like, well, I mean, at least we won't have to, move our stuff. We'll just get an insurance claim. We won't have to move everything across the country. Or we won't have to do a home inspection or anything. Yep, you're welcome, man. All right, let's see. 1, 2. Is this 4? That's the foundation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We're going to build kind of like walkways out in front of their heads as like just another area where you can go access them or work on them or whatnot. It's kind of what my idea with this part is. Oops. Oh, all right. Let's place the pillars first. We can't do that until we place the fence foundations. Let's actually get metal out for this part. I don't want to use wood because it'll stick up through and look ugly. Yeah, and then we'll do that right here in front of this one and in front of this one. I know with like these pens it can be kind of tedious or repetitive, I guess, just because like you're building basically just duplicates of one area for all the different areas, like to keep all the pens looking relatively similar. So I know this part can be kind of tedious and whatnot, but hit up the chat and we'll interact. Or you can just stare at me doing this. It's whatever you guys want to do if you don't want to talk. All right, let's go ahead and place the walls. And then let's go ahead. We're actually going to add, I think we're going to put another fence foundation right here and right here. And we're going to place just one pillar on the insides. Do that on all three. And then we'll go ahead and get out metal railings again. We're going to leave these two spots open. It's going to be kind of where we access them from the outside. Well, we'll come out and look at it. So we have this kind of like walkway going around the outside, so we can kind of like come out here and access them. Let me go ahead and get some doors out. This is why I don't use the big walls when I'm like first doing the build, because I would have had to delete all those walls and stuff. I was still looking up the tech Stryder breeding thing and found out they can be painted. I never knew that. Yeah, I've seen some pretty cool stuff on like Facebook and whatnot of people that have painted them to make them look like different ways. I actually don't think we're going to need that on the outside ones. I think we'll just do that on the inside ones. Hey, how's it going, Sarah? Sorry, I actually need to ask you this. I've never known if it's Saris or Saris, if it's a hard A or a soft or a sharp A. But either way, how's it going? Thanks for being here. And thank you for the birthday wishes. It's kind of weird to call it a birthday, but I guess that's kind of what it is. So yeah, you can paint them. I didn't paint any of these. This is just what I spawned them in. These guys have sick colors. I love the colors on these things. Like the white with the like greenish blue. This one, I think this one's my favorite with the kind of like, what would you call it? Steampunk kind of style. Yeah, they have some really cool colors when you even just spawning them in. I've always kind of been a fan of leaving my dinosaurs alone. Like spawning, like their natural colors look the best. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I think that makes up like the outside of each bay on this side. Let's go ahead and bring one of these guys over here and just see what it looks like with him coming up to the outside. This is the only annoying part about big tames like this, like doing like any kind of pen for T-Rex, a Giga, Bronth, like anything you're gonna do for a big pen for, it's gonna be slow to back them up and get them out and stuff. This guy's he's not lined up perfectly, but you can kind of get an idea of it. His feet are still in front of it. And now we can kind of come up around here once we build the way up here. You can access him. Give him a little pet on the head. A little pet. So now we have the tedious task of duplicating this on the other side. Of course. Unfortunately, I cannot speed build, or can't do a time lapse on a live stream. She's based on Victoria from Van Helsing Ultima, the most badass anime chick ever. Hey, you know, I don't know about you, but I mean Sakura from Naruto, she's pretty BA. You know, she's useless for the entire anime, and then really comes in at the end and gets very powerful all of a sudden. But I mean, credit to her, she was holding out for the very end to show people what she could do. That steampunk one would look great with that cantaloupe color I put on my shadowing pen. Yeah, it would. That's kind of what it reminds me of, actually, is like that same color that you put on that. Kind of that makes a great color with the steampunk look. Yeah, I've never, you know, I've never really been like too heavy into doing all the painting and stuff, and then I saw that and I was like, dang, that looks really cool with the steampunk style, which always looks cool. It's a very cool, unique looking style for anything. There's another anime I watched a long time ago, like years ago, and I can't remember. Is it? I don't know if it might be Seven Deadly Sins, I think, where there's a character that's like, she's literally portrayed as like the weak, fragile character the whole entire series, or at least the whole first season. And then at like the very end of the season, she has like literally becomes like a god. Like they're like, lo and behold, did you guys know she's actually a god? And it like, I don't know, it kind of broke it just kind of broke it for me to have a character that they're like downplaying them the whole time, and then all of a sudden they become so powerful. Like, let them be powerful the entire series. Don't just like throw that out as like a thing at the very end of the season. I think I've started that one. I don't think I've ever actually. I haven't watched anime in years. I kind of not grew out of it, but like just kind of stopped watching it. I don't know. I just haven't watched it in a few years. I had like a group of friends that I used to watch stuff with, like back when I was stationed in Georgia, and obviously I've moved twice since then, and I just kind of stopped watching it. We used to all get together and watch like the new episodes of Naruto when it was still running and stuff, and we'd watch like other stuff too. Attack on Titan, all that stuff. My son's now getting to the point where he's like kind of getting old enough to watch anime, and well, not like the more violent animes, like the less violent ones. And I guess he's been watching Baruto, and I've seen a little bit of it, and I thought it was just not good at all. And he's like talking about it, and I'm just like, dude, you don't know what the good stuff is. You're not young. You're not old enough for the good stuff. There's this one. I don't know if they've made any new seasons of it or not, and I cannot remember the name of it to save my life, but it's like, it's some really long name, but it's essentially like an RPG. It's not what do you call it, not Sword Art Online, or there's another one like Sword Art, but it's not that one either. It's like this pretty long name, and it's essentially an RPG. The very first episode, they're fighting like goblins or something, and they're like getting their butts kicked by these goblins, and then they like, you know, they level up and whatnot as they go. But it's a super good anime, like one of the best I've ever seen, to be honest. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? Is another one that I thought was really, really good. I think that's what it's called. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I know there's new seasons. I need to watch it. I've been binging like my nighttime show that I watch as I'm going to bed. I've been binging Star Trek. I've watched all of The Next Generation, all of Deep Space Nine, and I'm now like a third of the way through Voyager. So that's been like the last year I've been watching that stuff, because there's so many episodes and they're all like an hour long. Still have to finish Castlevania. I've actually never watched Castlevania. I've heard great things about it. I've just never actually watched it. Alright, so we've got the outsides done of the sides. So now we're going to, in the middle two, I think. I don't think I'm going to do anything with the end ones, but in the middle two, I'm going to kind of extend this inward. Like what we've been doing on the outsides, I'm going to kind of extend it into the inside as well. Oh, I need to replace the doors over here. Let me do that before I forget. Oh, we're just going to do the inside ones. Just do the inside ones. There we go. And there we go. Okay. All right, now we can go ahead and start. 2, 3, 4. I should probably do it on the side with the Stryder first to see how far out I need to go. We'll go, yeah, 5. I'm a fellow Trekkie. I mean, I really haven't been like a Trekkie or anything. I don't know if I even call myself a Trekkie. Like, I watched Next Generation probably back in like, oh, I don't know, 2013, 2012 maybe. I watched Next Generation, binged it all the way through, and then I hadn't watched anything else since then. And then I watched Next Generation again, just in this last year or so, as just kind of like a nighttime show. And then who was it? Doverex, who you know Doverex, obviously in the Discord. Doverex was like, yeah, you should watch Deep Space Nine next. It's really good. He was like, it's better than Next Generation. And I was like, oh no way, Next Generation is so good. There's no way it's better. And yeah, it's better. I think Deep Space Nine was definitely better than Next Generation. So I was like, after that one, I was like, well, let me try Voyager after that. Is that? Oh, you're. I thought that was you saying hello again, Sarah. So I was like, why don't you say hello again? How's it going, Derlinder? Is that how you say it? Your guys' profile pictures are both portraits of grayscaled portraits. I got confused for a second. But yeah, so I tried. I was like, okay, well, let me try Voyager next, and I've really liked Voyager. I think Voyager might be my favorite so far, with the exception of what's his name, Neelix, or the alien guy that they pick up in the very beginning. He annoys the absolute crap out of me. Like, whenever there's been an episode that's like it's a Neelix episode, like it's only going to be about him, I skip that episode so quick. Like, I don't even watch it because he just annoys me to all ends. But yeah, how's it going, correct me if I'm saying it wrong, but Derlinder, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. Thanks for saying hi. I think we need to push these out, otherwise it'll be behind the stone wall. Yeah, there we go. So I think this is going to be like another little area that you can access them from the inside. So we'll have like climb up here. This is how you get to the outside, obviously, but then this will also be an area where you come up here, and once we build this one up over here, we'll kind of get a better idea of how it's gonna work. Mine, what? That's hard. That's a hard question. I would probably say Picard also. I think he's definitely the best actor overall. When I first started watching Deep Space Nine, I didn't like Sisko. I thought he was kind of the weak point of the show. I really did not like him as an actor, the guy who plays him. But he kind of grew on me. Like, it kind of grew on me, and he's kind of more break the rules. Do what has to be done, I guess, and I kind of like that. Because, like, it does get boring having the Star Trek officers that are always just, do what the book says, the prime directive. So, like, it was kind of refreshing to see a captain that was kind of willing to break the rules. And obviously I'm only like into season 3, I think, of Voyager, so I don't really know too much about Janeway, but she's a good, strong character. She's very, she does her thing, and, people follow, so I like her too. But yeah, I'd probably say Picard if I had to pick one. I think, and I'm a very big on story development and stuff. Don't worry about it's German. Doing fine. How are you? I'm doing good, man. We're working on this pen. I don't know if you've been here for the whole thing, but kind of show you so far. It's gonna be pretty big because the Stryders are so big. But we've got this kind of walkway area here on the outside of their pens where you can kind of come out here and do your thing. Whatever. If you were quote unquote having to work on them, you can come access them from out here. And then also we're kind of building the similar thing here on the inside. My idea was basically this would be kind of like a garage or like a, you know, like an area where you would work on them as their pen. So I wanted to kind of go with that aesthetic. Becca agrees with Picard. Becca's on your team there with Picard. I'm big on character development. That's what I love to see in TV shows. So like for me, that's kind of my biggest driving thing about the different series and like why I like them the most. With Next Generation, I don't really feel like there was that much character development. Like none of the main, I mean, a few like Data, you know, obviously like he does his thing and kind of like tries to become more human and whatnot throughout the show, but I just don't really feel like many of the characters had a lot of character development. Even Picard, as like the best character, didn't really go through that much character development. Like his character development was that he became more personable to his crew, I guess. Like he went from being just a stiff person to like more relatable or more approachable. But in Deep Space Nine, there's tons of characters. Like that's probably my favorite thing about Deep Space Nine. Like all of the characters, you see them kind of grow as a person or grow as a character and you know, develop, you know, traits and whatnot, or develop different personalities and stuff throughout the show. It's a great story. I think that's my, you know, I think Next Generation is a good set of stories. It's like, and I think that's kind of how Voyager is shaping up to be too. It's more about like each episode is its own story, but I feel like Deep Space Nine was like one continuous story that was really well done. Everybody, we gotta work around you here. Let me through. Oh, we want to leave these spots open, actually. So yeah, just another area here where you can kind of access them. You can see you can get on them from here. You can also probably make that jump if you're not terrible like me. I almost missed it to avoid having to just jump to the ground. By anybody else, we got any other Trekkies in the chat? Anybody else watch Star Trek that's watching? I love nerding out with people. Yeah, it's fun to discuss things, especially things like you're like very passionate about. I'm more of a Star Wars guy personally. Star Wars will always be my first love. Star Wars and dinosaurs, I guess. But I've enjoyed Star Trek for the story. Will I be building a living quarters on top? I hadn't planned on building a living quarters. It might be something that I do, I guess. Because it's always an option just because it is such a big build. This is basically almost a base build. Like, you could use this as your entire base if you really wanted to with the size of it. I mean, you could fit everything you need in here. Other than other dinosaur pens. That's the only thing you really can't fit in is pen or other dinosaurs, but... Or other tames. I don't know, I call everything dinosaurs. The intent was we're going to have, and we'll get to the dedicated storage here in a second, but we're going to have obviously our pens, some dedicated storage, and then maybe I might build like a little part on the back for a tech replicator and an industrial forge. Cobalt, oh yeah, how's it going, Cobalt? There is one where he's dancing on the planet that makes him younger, hooks up with at least 2 different ladies, goes through all the emotional stuff when he does the mind meld. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's been a while since I've seen it, or I've watched so many of the other ones, so I might be missing, or I might be forgetting the ones. He does have a good, like, I will say the character development when he meets the girl who's like a archaeologist or something. when he meets her on, I think it's Ryza, that was a very good character development for him. I was having the exact conversation with the coworker. Next Generation is a lot of single episodes. Don't need to watch everything in order for it to make sense. DS9 is a much better series story. Yeah, I mean that's exactly how I feel too. I mean, they're both good. Don't get me wrong. I like both of them. I've watched both of them all the way through every episode. I think Data is one of my favorite characters of all time. But I do like Deep Space Nine better. Definitely seen that for sure. Though I agree, DS9 is good. It took at least a year for Cisco to grow on me, but I like him now. He yells a lot through the series, which cracks me up. Yeah, that's the same thing, Becca, with me. It took me a long time to get over his acting. Like, I really like. He's very like over dramatic about everything, or like I don't know. Like, it's just the way he says things sometimes are like just don't really fit. Don't really fit like this the mood for what he's saying. I don't even know if it's actually called tech. But yeah, it took me a while for him to grow on me too. Yeah, I could talk Doctor Who. I've actually never seen Doctor Who. I don't know if that's going to lose me some points, but I have actually never seen Doctor Who. Hey, how's it going, Ark Survival Guide? Thanks. Great to have you here, man. Thanks for catching one. Oh my god, to hear you're all Star Trek fans. Yeah. Odo, yes, Odo is one of my favorite characters too. I love Odo. Odo is such a good character. I actually really liked. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like him. Man, what was his name? Now I can't think of his name. The Ferengi that he messes with the entire series. I really like him. I want to put like 3 in here. Those are not. We need to go a little bit. Oh no! Oh no! Hold on. Big boo boo. I don't even have any. Okay, it's all okay. It's all okay. Nobody panic. Data is bomb daily character level. When you're building, do you try to lay things out in a certain order? My friends always say to build bottom up, but I see you sometimes building top down. So right now in this, I'm just building kind of as I go. I'm not really like going in any kind of order just because I'm not using creative, or I'm not using official settings, so I can do whatever I want really, and I can kind of plug things in. For my tutorials, I've tried over the year that I've been doing this, I've tried to get better and better about doing things in a specific like from bottom up order, so that it's like easier to follow and it's easier for people who aren't using creative mode to do it. It's something I'm still working on, like making sure that I'm doing things in an order that are easy to follow and easy to like duplicate if you're not using creative mode. But I do definitely, on my tutorials, I definitely try to use an order. It's pretty fun. You have to watch some of the movies for some extra character development. Yeah, I've watched a few of the movies. I haven't watched all of them though. If I try to replace something, it will bring the whole place down around me. Yeah, that's definitely for some of the times when like you use like pillars dropping down, that's definitely a risk. But it's just the easiest way to get them where you want them, I guess. Oh man, these things bother me trying to place them up on top of each other, because they do that where they stick, like they pop out in front where you weren't even trying to place them. Oh, okay. We may be going a little overboard with the dedicated storage. I don't know how many you actually need. Like if you want to have one dedicated storage for everything, I don't know the number count of how many you would need. But we're gonna load it up here with dedicated storage, and then we're gonna give this kind of like a little shelf to like box it in. I like the Star Trek universe, but Star Trek Beyond was kind of meh for me. I've never seen Star Trek Beyond. Dude, watch Watch you some Doctor Who and prepare to feel the feels. Yeah, I know there's a lot. Oh, Quark, that's his name. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Doctor Who. I need to get to watching all of it. Like trying it out. I've just never. I guess I need to watch it before David Tennant does any voices or continues to do Rockwell stuff. I kind of need to see who I'm watching. Quark and Odo are the best frenemies. Yeah, they make a great combo. That was a great dynamic for the whole show. Did you know the actor who plays Odo was also the French chef in The Little Mermaid, the crazy one who tries to cook her friends? That's Odo. I never knew that. No, it was really cool. I don't normally like one of my biggest complaints about Star Trek is when they do those episodes where it's like they go back in time or they go to an alternate universe or something. That was something with Deep Space Nine that kind of bothered me. So I don't normally like the episodes where they do like, for example, in Voyager, I just watched like 2 nights ago, watched an episode where they go back in time on Earth and it's like I fell asleep watching it, to be honest, but they're trying to prevent something from happening, and somebody like drug them back there, like somebody from the future drugged them back there, and I didn't even watch the whole episode, but the episode in Deep Space Nine where they go back in the past and they're like writing at a newspaper or something, and you got to see all the characters, like the people who are normally aliens, and you don't normally get to see what they look like, and you got to see them as human characters. That was a very cool episode to me. It was really cool to see those characters as, they're actual actors playing them rather than in makeup and everything. Dave, I have to watch him, David. Truly appreciate Rocket Sun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, thank you, Survival Guide. A series I really like is Stargate. That's another one I've yet to watch. I kind of got into the extended sci-fi world, I guess. Did I put more on this side than I did on the other side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, we're good. I kind of got into the only things I had really watched for a long time was Star Wars and then Firefly. So I'm just now kind of getting into the Star Trek, Stargate. I think there's a show called The Expanse. I think I'm going to watch after I finish Voyager. Actually like the time travel of Doctor Who. I can't see anyone else playing Rockwell now. I was literally just typing how my wife and I had a policy where if we hear the word temporal quantum said, we just immediately skip the episode because everyone will die, and by the end, yeah. About time travel story that works. It's about the only time, yeah. Yeah, I really was not a fan of Star Trek's time travel and whatnot. They will go back in time and fix it, and the episode never really happened. Yeah, exactly. That's so frustrating. So I actually just watched an episode of Voyager. It was kind of a cool episode where Janeway was like going through a loop and she kept dying, and then at the end it was just like, oh yeah, there's just an alien in your head that is making you think you're dying. Well, Atlantis and Atlantis universe. I named my Great Dane Ronan after Ronan Dex for any Star Trek episode. There's like an entire season of Star Trek Enterprise that never really happened because of time travel. Oh, jeez. I don't think I'm going to watch Enterprise. I've heard bad things about it. Unless, well, the new Enterprise. I don't know if that's what the original one's also called. Don't get attached to a character. Moffat likes to kill hopes and dreams. Personal question for you. I have a personal question for you, but you do not need to answer it if you don't want to. Did you ever in your life have weight problems like being too fat or too thin? I have a really high metabolism, so when I grew up small, like really small. I was always like a small person. Like I graduated high school and joined the military probably at like 120. I'm like 5'8", 120. But yeah, I started working out and started eating more and taking protein shakes and whatnot, and now I weigh like 190. So yeah, I mean, I haven't had any issues with it since then. My metabolism has slowed down, and I've found that I need to be more careful on what I eat, but that's pretty much it. I haven't had really any issues with my weight, though. I wouldn't say. I'm not going to do the back ones yet. I don't know if we're going to put dedicated. That's a lot of dedicated storage already. I was thinking that the Rockwell innards reminds me of in Skyrim. I haven't played Skyrim in so long. I would have to get on Skyrim and see what you're talking about exactly. It's been just forever. Enterprise has some fun episodes and a lot I really wasn't impressed with. Yeah, I've just heard, if you're talking about the one that came out in like 2000, I've just heard not great things about it. That's kind of kept me from wanting to check it out. All right, we're gonna do a little something here to make this stand out a little bit more. I think it's, oh no, 3. Oh yeah, you're welcome. I don't have any, for the most part, I don't have any problem. I'm sure there's some personal stuff you could ask that I wouldn't want to answer, but haven't weighed 120 since you were 10. Yeah, I was just, you know, I had a really fast metabolism. I was the runt of my school and everything for a while, or one of the runts. At 5'11", I would look like, wow, sir, you're tall. You're much taller than me. My wife's actually like almost 5'10", so my wife's actually taller than me. We're just gonna, you know, go ahead and just add some more pillars, you know, making Aaron proud. If Aaron happens to poke in at any point, he'll see this build and he'll probably tear up a little bit. All eyeballs and tentacles. I'm obsessed with knowing everything. That's in Skyrim? Man, I have not, I guess I just haven't played Skyrim in like really played Skyrim in like 10 years, because I just cannot remember that part of it. And I played Skyrim back in, oh man, that's probably even further. It was probably like 14 years ago. And I 100%ed it on Xbox. Like I used to be a achievement hunter, we'll say, for lack of for not using bad terms. And I think I 100%ed Skyrim. My wife is 5'11", I'm 5'9". Yeah, high five. You know? Hey, you know, without getting too adult, like, I just, you know, when people see me, you know, when people see you with your wife who's taller than you, you know, they just gotta assume, you know, they gotta assume the best. Since you guys are a bunch of fellow nerds like myself, maybe you can help me pick out an awesome name for my ferret. I haven't gotten him yet on a wait list. Gave me my love for railings. I have one named Chi. Let me look something up real quick. This is the only thing as a nerd growing up. Oh, it's named Furret. Never mind. There's a Pokemon that's a ferret, but it's named Furret, so it's kind of not really the most like unique name, I guess. Whenever we're standing on uneven ground and I end up taller than her, it makes her really uncomfortable though, so I guess that's for the best. Oh yeah, my wife's the opposite. My wife's like, whenever, like when we did like our engagement and our wedding pictures and stuff, and our like our baby pictures and whatnot, or our paternity picture, or I don't know, what do you call them, pregnancy pictures, I guess. She always tries to find the divot in the ground to try to make us the same height. Hopefully this week or next. Wait, oh, after main character name. Hopefully this next week, and I'm hoping to get a boy, but if a girl picks me, I won't object. My girl plays. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I had a pet pass away this year too, so I definitely feel you on. It's hard to get over that and like move on. Want to get another pet? You feel like you're almost like doing them a disservice if you move on too quickly or get a new pet too quickly. I hope you're 6'5". It's so nice to be someone taller. All my exes are either my height or shorter. Hey now, Sarah, you don't gotta roast us now. You don't gotta roast us. I had a buddy, well, I think it was one of my wife's coworkers, that was like, when we first started dating and stuff, he was like, well, you know, look at it this way. Are you guys the same height when you're laying down? Oh, is it Dragonborn DLC? See, I probably haven't played the Dragonborn DLC. Was it 2011? Wow. I guess it was right before I joined the military. I thought it was a while before I joined the military, but I joined the military in 2012, so. If you name your ferret Furret, people will just assume you have a southern accent. Yeah, that's true. As a passionate arc builder, don't you sometimes just get rabies when structures collapse because of arc logic? Yeah, I made a short about that a while ago where it was like pillars just like literally a pillar like halfway across the build just gets destroyed because you pick up like one fence foundation somewhere else or something. And there's some kind of, you know, quote unquote logic to it. Hi Chips, I'm new to the channel. Hi, how's it going, Miles? Good to have you here. That will confuse them. They will say, wait, I thought you were from Minnesota or you're Southern. We're secure in comment. Oh, I'm not roasting. Short guys have... Okay. Alright, well, let's keep it PC here, you know? Don't trick me into saying something that's going to get me in trouble now, you know? I don't even know if we're actually going to keep these four corner pillars or not. It's just so tedious. This is the only thing about doing big builds like this. There's so much to do that it gets really tedious. I've been watching a lot of the Ink Masters while I'm like working on the architect stuff and builds and stuff. And like it kind of makes me like feel like the tedious part of building and watching them do like the tedious parts of tattooing. My youngest in 2012, so it's burned in my memory. Okay, yeah. I just don't really... it's hard for me to remember exactly like when... Because like I said, I joined the military in early 2012, so I kind of felt like I felt like I had been playing it for a long time. I guess I just played so much of it. You're just gonna go... Oh, I must have pooped. I must have just played so much of it that it feels like I played it for more than like 5 months before, or 3 months before I joined. Although I guess I also played it while I was in tech school. Like once I got out of basic training, I played it in tech school a lot, so that might be why. Arc building issues with terrace pillars. Sarah says trucks, right? Some greenhouse would look really cool in there with some colored tech lights. Oh, don't worry, Sarah. I got plans. I got plans for greenhouse. I'm gonna add my greenhouse in with my metal and my stone. I don't like to make it too easy for people. I like to put that greenhouse in there for them to potentially completely ruin their entire build by destroying it. When I started building, I always used SS stuff because the guys on my server said to only use SS because it's better. I tried one of your builds trying to guess which size pillars. Yeah, I wish SS was a thing in official settings, but you know, I do all of my builds on official settings just for the people that would like to build on official servers. But it would be really nice if it was done on official, or if you could use SS stuff on official settings. That would be so great. Are you working on Architect's event builds? I just posted a new update and talked about the summer event. Yes, I am. I'm working with You Were a Monkey and Deuce the Bomb on part of one of the events. That actually nobody's seen it yet because it's not been in the trailers yet. But yeah, we're actually pretty close to being finished with ours. Like I'm probably gonna finish it tonight. I know Monkey was working on it this morning. I'm gonna get on tonight and work on it, and I might end up wrapping it up tonight for our portion. So it works out perfectly because I'm going to be leaving in like a week, so moving in a week. So it's good it's good that we got it done kind of ahead of the event, so that we're not having to, or you or Monkey's not having to do too much by yourself. Before I was, all of your builders use the normal stuff. Yeah, we all do. It's just it's you know, I would love to use mods. She does some absolutely amazing stuff using mods, and I would love to get in on that too. But it's just, if you use mods, you're basically pushing away like half your viewers for, you know, doing the tutorials and stuff. And it's just, yeah, don't wanna do stuff that not everybody can, you know, copy and do along with. So. Another personal question: how old are you, and which country do you live in? I am gonna be 28 soon, and I live in America. But I have lived in other countries. I've traveled. Yeah, for my builds, not sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they've seen most of your stuff on the community crunch and stuff multiple times, and being shared by Ark and stuff, getting retweeted with how just epic they are. You've definitely probably seen. You might not recognize or know that it's hers, but you've definitely seen it probably on Twitter or on the community crunch and whatnot, or Facebook. The absolutely huge, massive what is it, CKF or CFK builds. Normal stuff that do leave the layers. SS won't do the layers of the. Oh, really? Greenhouse. Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. I hope you get to get in there. I'm planning to hang out with you all for at least some of the event. Great, dude. Yeah, I really hope you're able to get in there and check it out firsthand. I won't probably be there when Aaron does his stream. I'll watch his stream on the road, but I will literally be on the road as Aaron's doing his stream. But I'll definitely watch it while I'm driving. Well, I won't watch it while I'm driving. I'll listen to it while I'm driving. New student, I didn't even know there was official servers until recently. I just pulled in my friend's server and started there. Yeah, Becca, if you want, let me get the link real quick. You can definitely join my Discord if you want. If you have Discord or if you use Discord, Sarah posts all of her stuff there, and you'll definitely be able to check it out there. Let me get my link real quick. I should have this prepared already. Sorry. One second. I just accidentally closed out the tab that I needed. There you go. So that is a link to my Discord. If you have Discord and you want to join, she posts all her stuff in there, so you get to see all of it. Let's see, I missed some stuff. I didn't know you had a channel. Retweet Florgy. Yeah, I don't think she has a channel. She does like she just posts them on like Twitter and stuff. I don't know. You should create a channel. Now I know there's a difference in material and how they snap my building has gone much more smoothly. Do you have a different channel name? There's Iva on Discord. I'm Jobin. Hey, Maxim Gingras, is that how you say it? Thanks for subscribing. On Discord, I'm Joey Bean. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I didn't realize that was you. I might have seen that before and just forgot about it. But sweet. Good to have you in here, Joey Bean. We're gonna go ahead and do this for now, but it's not gonna actually be like that, I don't think. I want to turn it around once we get it on the inside. Oh, nice. I just realized you're coming up on 5K subs, Chips. That's a huge milestone. Yeah, oh man, like I don't even know. I'll make an appreciation post and stuff, or like a thank you post when it comes around, but I'm just blown away by the support and everything in doing this in a year and like, already being at 5K almost. It's just crazy to me. Like, I don't really know what I was expecting when I started doing this channel and everything, but I don't think I was expecting that. We're actually gonna go with metal for that, I think. Oops. If anyone here hasn't subbed Chips, now's your chance. Now's your change to be one of the elite first 5K subs. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm there, Chips. My normal screen name is Zaiva. I'm one of your patrons. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Thank you. It's hard. Yeah, sometimes people, when you have different names, it's hard to put it together, Thank you for supporting the channel, though. Channel yet? Hopefully soon, though. Yes, do it. Do it. Hopefully, I've been begging her to compete in the next architects competition and, hopefully get in and, be an architect for the future events. You're way ahead of. I think honestly, it's doing the builds. It's just a very specific crowd that I think it's relatively. I wouldn't say easy because I mean, nothing's easy. I do a lot of grinding and putting my content out there on social media and stuff. But I think the building crowd is easier to get growth in, just because there is still plenty of room. You know, you have a few big names like Aaron and Cypher Sam and Pilgrim's Project in them, and Sven P. But there's still plenty of room. Well, GG Fizz, obviously one of the OGs. But there's still plenty of room to grow with the tutorial videos and whatnot, and you know, plenty of space for people. So I think it's not easier to grow on here, but it definitely is. There's definitely an advantage to doing these kind of videos. Although I will say the YouTube algorithm isn't as keen to arc building videos as people are, I think. You're way ahead of where I'm breaking user. Thank you, sir. They have to keep you on your toes, and yeah, keep up the content at this quality, and you will grow faster over time. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't know what I was expecting when I started this, so all of this, just even the growth I've had, is just like crazy to me. About a year ago, your architects make me want to build stuff. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely being a part of the architects has definitely been like a huge way. It's really helped me grow my channel as well. It's definitely just like inspired me to get better at building and everything, and you know, do more building and like try new things, try different techniques and stuff that I've seen from other people in the architects, and try to like apply them to my stuff. Every time I think, oh, I could try building something today, I check that community crunch and they announce some new epic content I need to do an update on. Yeah, they have been killing it. That one they just did the other day. Oh my goodness, or yesterday. I was definitely not expecting that map. I for sure thought it was going to be the Viking map. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm not even going to try the one that starts with an F. I was 100% convinced that was going to be the map that was coming out, and then they announced the one they announced yesterday, and I was just like, wow, that was not what I was expecting. But I'm very excited for it. I'm glad they're going back to kind of like a prehistoric looking map rather than doing something mystical or whatever. And I'm really excited that hopefully they're going to do more prehistoric style like dinosaurs and stuff instead of doing like another fantasy creature. I want more dinosaurs. Every time I think, oh, I could try, but okay, that was things appreciated. I got you in my recommended. Hey, that's what's up. I don't always. A lot of my subscribers come from like Facebook and Reddit and stuff, and like posts that I make, or Twitter or whatnot, or the fact that Aaron's given. You know, I've had shout outs from Aaron, from Netty the Noodle, from I've gotten retweeted by Ark and stuff. So it's cool to see that YouTube has helped me out a little bit too, because most of my subs don't come from YouTube. Yeah, that algorithm is rough. Sounds about right. Hey, Sandy, long time no see. You have a style that is unique, not just your builds, but the way you explain things looks so good. Thank you, Cobalt. Yeah, I really wanted to, when I started doing the tutorials, obviously the two people that I've watched the most were Aaron and somebody who I don't think he really makes videos anymore, but his name is Unite the Clans. He's kind of like the OG, I think, in my mind, he's one of the OGs of building tutorials. And I really liked how his approach was kind of more of like a Bob Ross type of thing, where he like kind of explains and like teaches you. So I kind of wanted to do something like that with, you know, obviously the things that work now with the, you know, stuff that Aaron does and whatnot, and other people like Sam and Pilgrims and them do too. Trying to, you know, take a little bit from all the people who are obviously having success and doing things right and making it my own and doing my own thing on top of it. Let's see. Wow, chat is actually moving pretty quick. Looks so good. Thank you. Thanks for the video, Mike. The beginning made me laugh. That happened to me today, and yeah, I was so convinced it was gonna. Yeah, me too. Yo, what's up, King Karen? How's it going? A lot of us thought Crystal Isles would be next, but they did Valguero, then Crystal Isles like a year later. Yeah, maybe they'll still do it, you know, later in the year. Like, you know, obviously it's going to be a while. I think we're going to get 2 maps before Arc 2 comes out. Arc 2 is nowhere near. There's no way Arc 2 is coming out within the next year or so. So I think we'll get 2 maps before it comes out. I say it like for your dir. What? Yeah, that was early. Aaron gave me like a little shout out on his Discord when I was like approaching 1,000 subs back in like I think October, like right before I joined the Architects, and then him and Fire Pumpkin asked me to join the Architects, so that was cool. It was like I woke up because I'm on the West Coast, so I woke up to having that shout out from Aaron, and I was like, what's happening right now? This is not okay. What's going on? But in like a good way. Just posted my first circular build. Really proud of how it turned out. Awesome, sirs. I'll definitely look forward to checking it out after the stream's over. Circular builds are definitely something that can be really cool. Sorry, I have a little pop-up here in the bottom corner. Get rid of that. All right. But you have watched him. You talking about Aaron? Or you're talking about who you talking about? Just I had so many people say I sound like Bob Ross, and I did Bob Ross painting on a Bronto. That's awesome. I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out too. I started watching too. Missed their content. Oh, you're talking about Unite the Clans. Yeah, I watched Unite the Clans before probably anybody else, way back in the day. Or not before anybody else watched him. I'm saying before I watched like Aaron or anybody else like that. Way back in the day. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with building. This is like the most my chat's ever been going, so I'm trying to keep up with building while also making sure I don't miss anything. I'm fine. What about you? I'm doing good, man. We're just pumping out this build, trying to get it done. It's a pretty big build already. But yes, it is going to be a video. I don't know if it's going to be. It'll probably be a few weeks because like well, it looks like you've just joined, but I am going to be moving here in a few days, like 5 days. I'm going to be moving across the country, so it's probably going to be a few weeks before I get this one out, just because I got to get settled in and everything and set up what is going to be an awesome new recording and editing area in my new house. I'll kind of give you guys more on that a little bit later, but yeah. So, but I will make a video out of this eventually. I feel like that one snapped at a different spot. So did this one. We must have perfection. What exactly are the architects? Okay, let's see. Did you hear about Ark Lost Island coming out later this year? Yes, I did. Definitely excited for that. I actually gave, you know, like Cedric on Twitter was asking for recommendations for new dinosaurs, and I said the, and I'm sorry if I butchered the pronunciation, the Ceratosaurus, is that how you say it? The one-horned carnivore. That's something that I'm so surprised it's not already in the game. And it's gotten a lot of likes on his Twitter post, so hopefully that's something I might have done as a thing and gotten that in the game. You never know. I got enough complaints on my pronunciation of it. What exactly is the Architects? The Architects is a group of builders that do events. Definitely go, if you go on YouTube and search Architects with a K, so ARKITE. Man, am I spelling it wrong? It's on, if you go to my channel and go to the very bottom of my channel, it's one of my recommended channels. Definitely go check it out, or go check out Ark Survival Guide's channel. Go check out his video on it. We have an event coming up at the beginning of July that's going to be awesome, so definitely don't want to miss it. Can't guarantee I'll talk too much because I'm really bad at following Discord. Yeah, my Discord doesn't go too fast. I'm not the greatest at following it either, just because I've got 1,000 other things going on with real life and everything. Discord, I will admit, Discord's kind of the one thing that I lack on, or I slack on the most, but we have some fun in there. So it's good to have you in there. Bob Ross is rough. I didn't know I was kind of painting Easter eggs. That was pretty better one to watch. It's looking pretty good. I like the mixture of building materials. Yeah, I wanted to go for something a little bit more, not necessarily modern, but kind of industrial, I would say, like metal and stone and A little bit of greenhouse. I think this is basically all we're going to use is metal, stone, and greenhouse, though. Unite the clans. Yeah, he's awesome. Really fits well with the metal structures on the map. I think you understand. That's a big move, eh? Seriously, good luck with that. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Ross Clark gave a shout out to Captain Fat the other day. I made life hard for him and asked who his favorite arc builder was. Oh, he did. He say Captain Fat Dog when you gave him that? Captain Fat Dog's amazing. Like, holy crap. There's no comparing like with Captain Fat Dog. It's just another level of building. The stuff that he comes up with. I hope these guys are still going to fit through here. That's going to be the big question. Do I have to take this higher for them to fit through? You making me a better builder by day and goes. I learn a lot. And what does it play on? I'm a PlayStation player. I play on... Right now I'm on Windows 10. That just because I bought Genesis 2 for Windows 10 because I was going to be playing with like You Were Monkey in them a little bit. And I do the Architects events with on here with them on Windows. They're all Xbox players. I normally would play on Steam if it wasn't for the fact that I do all this stuff with You Were Monkey and the Architects. I would be a Steam player, but I also have Arc for my PlayStation 2. I've across the years I've bought it for everything at some point. I just realized I'm out of time. Glad I got to chat to you. Hey, thanks for being here, man. Tobos, I have nerve damage on my hands, go numb. Hey, no worry, man. I'm sorry to hear that you have to deal with that. I'm sorry to hear you have that going on, man. Yep, have a good one, man. See you later. Yeah, it's hard for me to spell things sometimes, like when I'm like on the spot trying to think of how it's spelled. Something that I don't spell out all the time. Yeah, Miles, I heard about it. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks really cool. It's gonna be definitely a different thing than what we've seen recently, you know. All right, Sandy, thanks for dropping in. We'll catch you later. Yeah, it's crazy, sir. His understanding is just insane. Three triangles. Awesome. Yeah, Ross Clark gave me like a little. He went. Well, it was when I was in the community crunch. So when I was in the community crunch and he did his community crunch video, he gave me sort of like a shout out too. And that it's crazy when something like that happens because my channel gained like 100 subs that day. I was like, I woke up woke up and I gained like 40 subs. And I was like, what is going on? And then I like saw that and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Ross Clark gave me a shout out. That's how that happened. Learning how to snap those dang door frames to the windows about broke my will to live. Yeah, those can definitely be a pain in the butt. I think we're gonna do. Oh, not that. Don't do that. Just line this a little bit more, just to add a little bit more texture to it. Yeah, that's what I did. I bought it when it was cheap for all of them. Where are you from? I am originally from Ohio. I live right now in California, but I'm actually moving back to Ohio very soon. But yeah, I grew up in Ohio until I joined the military, and then I've moved all around. I've been tons of places. I've been down south, the Middle East, Korea. I've been pretty much anywhere you can go almost at this point. Well, let's go ahead and just do it. We'll change this in the actual video, but just for the sake of keeping it the same. Thanks for the chat with us, Shivs. I'll check the replay for the stream when I come back to it. All right, thanks for being here, man. I feel about the breaking of the will. Oh, you're from the Caribbean. Nice, dude. My best man. I don't know if this is necessarily. I guess it would be considered the Caribbean. I think. Um, the best man at my wedding, my best friend, is from the Virgin Islands. So I actually have a. I'm working on my leg sleeve right now for my tattoos, and one of my legs is gonna be like all just like fun stuff and like stuff for friends and whatnot, like things for like different friends, throughout my life. So I actually did my kneecap with a Virgin Islands flower for him. I don't know if that's kind of weird. I got a flower for my best friend, but it's the flower of the Virgin Islands on my knee. A featuring Community Crunch can surely help your channel, and when a bigger you actually covers it properly, you can really help. Yeah, when he actually covers. Let's. I know what you're getting at. I know what you're getting at. When it definitely helps when they actually talk about it and give it a proper shout out. Until I watched one of your videos, I had not noticed direction lines on ceiling tiles. Yeah, that's actually, I didn't notice that until one of my earliest videos I was building, and I was like, I was having tons of problems with the snap points, and then I noticed it, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of a thing. And the little grid line, you can see like the grid line in there on the, that kind of help you understand like which way it's gonna snap and stuff. Well, if the game would just snap it where it clearly yeah, that's definitely very, very frustrating. As an American, would you say you like Germany or generally Europe? Because many of my American friends just don't like us anymore. I am actually, well, okay, I don't know this. I don't know if this is true. Don't hold me to this if it's not true. I am allegedly German by descent. Like, I'm supposedly from Germany, like my family. I don't know though. I've looked up my name and stuff, and it's always come back English, like from England. My mom has told me I'm from Germany. We won't get into this, but my mom has a tendency to say things that aren't necessarily true. So I don't think I'm actually German, and I don't know why she would say that, but I would love to go to Germany. I have tried being in the military, like there's definitely bases over there. I've tried for years to get stationed in Germany, and it's just never worked out. But I would love to go to Germany at some point and be stationed there or whatnot. Okay, I need to get one of these guys out because I need to make sure they can get in. Do you have a PvE server? I don't at the moment. Right now I have not. It's probably something I'll do after I move, just because like with planning to move and everything and like trying to get things. I have a lot going on right now with doing my Genesis 2 builds, the architect stuff, and then also getting ready to move and everything, and having a newborn baby at home. I've just been kind of holding off on making a server until after I move, but once I move, I might go ahead and do one. It's just a matter of if it's going to be like populated enough to justify paying for it and everything. I don't know that I'll do a full-blown cluster right away. It'll probably just be a server. It'll just probably maybe just be like Genesis 2 or something. Do I need to fill that in? I don't think I really need to fill that in. Yes. Yeah, I got what you're getting at. Yeah, man, I will definitely let you know if we do end up making a server. Another thing with it is just like, it's a lot to run a server, so like having to make it sure that I know what I'm doing, that I'm not running a server or I'm not hosting a server that doesn't even run properly or something. That's a big part of it too. Actually, I'm going to hold off on doing that for a second because I think we're going to go higher on the top. So I want to definitely make sure that like I know what I'm doing before I go and like start running a server and then start running it into the ground or something, Oh no, we're going down. It'd be awesome if it was a whole city made from your builds for the server. Yeah, I've thought about doing some bigger stuff. Maybe here in the future, like building like bigger like structures or like bigger like city type of stuff, or like villages or something as like streams, like multi-part streams, in which that'll also probably be something, like I said, that we start doing like once I've moved and everything. How did I? Oh, I went with the ceilings on top. That's okay. It's like I've done this before in another build and it just it wasn't working the same way. And then that should allow us to drop them down the same way. There we go. This thing is big. Oh my goodness. This thing is massive. I don't know that I was really anticipating it getting this big. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to be pretty big with how big the Stryders are, but wow. This is going to be a long tutorial. I hope you guys got popcorn or something when you're ready to do the tutorial, because it's probably going to be like an hour long. We'll bring metal down to like right here, to the same level that it's at. Hey, what's up, Sephiroth? How's it going? Glad to hear that at least someone from America still likes us. In past years, Euro-American friendship has really suffered, though it's getting a little better now again. Yeah, no, man. I mean, like I've said, I'm in the military, so I have traveled a lot. I've gone to different countries, and like I honestly will say that my experiences going to different countries, especially when I was like in my early 20s, I went to the Middle East a few times, and like just kind of seeing things in other countries and how other people live and like the way other people experience the world outside of the view of an ignorant American, was just like so life-changing for me. Like I grew so much, I think, as a person in my time like being overseas and getting to experience what other people live through, or like what other people's lives are like in places that aren't America. I actually have like a tattoo on my ribs that's like with just like a word. I think it says like growth or something in reference to that. I'll give you a quick look here, Sephiroth. Just now joining. So this is the front of our Stryder pen / dedicated storage / possibly crafting station so far. And then we've got the sides done over here. This is kind of where they'll poke their little heads out, or big old heads out. And we've got this kind of like walking area here. You access from the inside, and then you can kind of come along here and check them out, do a little work on the neck area, come in here. Same thing, access them from in here. We've got ladders, and then we've got kind of like a library of dedicated storage going. This reminds me of the like from Star Wars, like the prequels, the Jedi Temple, the like holocron library. That's kind of what this like area reminds me of. Really been enjoying your build videos. Keep up the great work. Hey, thank you, Tammy. Thanks for stopping into the stream. It's good to have you here. The radio voice of arc building. I don't know about that. That would be if Ross Clark ever gets in the building, that would be Ross Clark. Ross Clark's the default radio voice of arc in general. Is that not even? There we go. Just trying to add a little bit more depth there on the front. Maybe do some stone railings. We love them stone railings. Maybe do a little bit of this real quick. Actually, take it down. This is literally one of my biggest pet peeves about Ark. This right here. This is not okay. Biggest pet peeve in the entire game. Now I'm back to here. I can hear you, longest stream ever. Yeah, this is definitely. Well, let's see. We're about an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, I think my longest stream was about an hour and 50 minutes, and we're not done yet. I mean, we're getting there, but we're not done yet. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going with, man. I was going with I told them in the beginning it was like a Star Wars kind of like. My thought was like, if you had like the AT-AT in Star Wars, where they would maybe like bring them in and like work on them and stuff, like a garage almost. That's exactly what I was going for with this. Okay. I'm trying to think exactly how I want to do the top. I want to do like a combination of greenhouse and normal metal, or and metal. So I think we'll line up the metal with where it's metal below it. And then where the openings are, we'll do greenhouse. Thanks. Oops. There we go. I really love the way that greenhouse looks with metal. If only they would just remove if there was just a way, like, this is something that I hope. I'm like in the Arc 2, like adding stuff, I'm almost less inclined to say add mods, because like then you're kind of taking away from all of like the little things that you can do with building to like really make like things that are challenging to make. Not to say using mods isn't challenging, but it's like doing like all the little details and stuff. I feel like you lose that if you add mods. But I wish there was just an option to come in here, hold this down, and say remove lines, like get rid of the greenhouse lines. You can change foundations. Why haven't they added that to greenhouse stuff to remove the lines from it to make windows? I don't usually like stone with metal too much, but this is looking sharp. Thank you. Those railings and the inverted sloped walls. Yes. Inverted sloped walls is a must add. Made it. How's it going? That looks sick. Thank you. I think my next tattoo is going to be a stone railing. I've actually me and my wife have been talking about, like, because like I said, like my one leg is just all like fun stuff. It's just gonna be like stuff for friends and you know, like just, you know, like little like fun, like maybe I'm gonna get like some Star Wars stuff or whatnot, like just different, you know, fun stuff that I like. And I've talked about if I ever hit like a certain point, like I don't know exactly what the number is, if it's a certain subscriber count or something, that I'll get a tattoo for my YouTube channel. And I don't know, I was always just leaning towards getting the Chips logo, like my logo, but I might have to get a stone railing. That's a good idea. Do I want that to be 4 wide, or should I let's just start and then we'll see how it looks. I think I'm gonna like bring the metal all the way across instead of it just being like greenhouse like striped. I think I'm gonna do like more of like a blocked pattern. But is that too much metal at the very top? That's the only question for me. Which theme of Arc do you like more, primitive or tech? Oh, I'm hardcore primitive. I am in the team. I'm on team Arc should have never became about space dolphins. I mean, I like them. Don't get me wrong, they're cool. But I am definitely on team Arc should have never became about robotic animals and should have stayed about dinosaurs and like saber-tooths and stuff like that. I would much rather, which Arc 2 is allegedly going to be more primitive, and I'm super happy about that. Yes, that's I've used SS. I played modded at one point back in the day, and I used the SS greenhouse. I actually built like there was an area on Ragnarok that's like a big water pen below like a big opening, and I built like a solid glass like ceiling over that opening, and then made it all so you could hide them, so you couldn't tell that there was a greenhouse ceiling above it, and you could just walk on top of it. There's a charm to knowing the tools used are limited and seeing the creativity makes things look like other things. Yeah, I think that's my thing with the mods and stuff. Like, I like mods and they're really cool, but like I feel like you might lose if like they just go straight up adding like mods. You'll lose like people like Aaron who have built like a Pagona. Like, if you could just build, if there's just like a Japanese mod, you know, like you lose the ability to build something out of nothing. We'll see how this starts to look as we finish off the roof. It's evolving. But I agree. Maybe bring the greenhouse one more in. You say one more out, you mean like one more out to the middle or one more out to the side? Like, do you mean add greenhouse right here, or do you mean like bring it out more on the side? Name, I always hear phrases like Adobe double door frame and sloped greenhouse ceiling in your voice now. Well, hey, you know, I mean, I guess there could be worse voices to hear it in. Oh, there's the second punch of the day. We got 2 punches now. One more out in the middle. So like into the middle. Yeah, their stuff is really good decor. I've started like with the Architects event. Your Monkey's been like, she's been busy with the Architects event obviously too, and then she's been doing like her own stuff for Genesis 2, like playing the game. So she hasn't. Oh yeah, I think that definitely. Yeah, that's definitely an improvement. I actually have an idea, Saros. I think we're gonna go with here. So I've been doing like most of my own decorating on my recent builds, and I've been trying to like emulate the stuff that she does, to like use some of her techniques and stuff. I don't know if I like what I just did. I kind of thought it would add like a cool like little mix up in the middle, but I think I'm just gonna take them all to the same distance. Let's see what the middle looks like if we bring the middle all the way in. Yeah, I think that looks better than doing that like little change up in the middle. Yeah, I think that's really, I like I think it's gonna look cool from the inside. Sorry. Woo, I like how it looks on the inside. It's a little tight. We might have needed to go a little bit higher, but Oh yeah, I love how this looks on the inside. Good. Do you want to? Since being in the military, did you ever have to use violence against people? Oh no, no, no. I do networking. I'm an IT guy. I do like routers and switches and stuff for the military. Like I'm in the military, but my job is only computer stuff. So no, I've never. I mean I've qualified to fire a gun, but I've never had to. Thank you guys. I'm glad you guys like it. It is a big old hangar. It's basically a base. Then we have room to bring the rest. Let's go ahead and bring a few more of these guys in, and then we'll build up the back. I think we're going to build like a little room on the back for a replicator and a forge. So we will the back will be a little bit different than the front. You definitely just want to, when you bring these guys in, you just want to slowly bring them in. Don't rush it. Or shirtless, because I trying to use creative mode with the tech shirt on. It gets pretty annoying. Reminds me of a Boeing in Seattle, but cooler. Oh, like the Boeing the garage or something. You know, see, as we come in, you can obviously walk these guys all the way through. They don't get hung up on each other. I wish you could slide these guys side to side. Oh, I was like, where's the last one? Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Just so we can get him moving. Oh, well, I guess he's going to stop and do his thing. Come on. You thought I dug the dirt up on each side, but this isn't Valheim? No, this is, there used to be trees planted there. This is like, normally this area has like a strip of trees on each of those dirt paths. But I tore all the trees down. Maybe I should have left them and tried to, I don't know if it would have fit between the trees though. What is going on? Oh, there we go. With like all of my pens, I try to build stuff like as like tight as possible, so you're not wasting space and you can like fit things in but still make it look nice. So like these guys, it's because they're so massive, like maybe I should have gone a little bit higher, but like it was already like, they already had like 10 high metal pillars. Like that's just a lot, or like 11 high, I think, at some points. Boom. If you try to build something like this, I'm totally putting metal signs above each alcove with their names on it. Yes. Yeah, that would be great. You know, give a name. I might also do, like, on the actual video, I might do what I did for my little, like, tiny little mech hangar that I built, or my little mech bay thingy that I built, which I'm going to build kind of a bigger version of that. But I had, like, a green light, or I had tech lights on, like, I'll show you guys once I park this guy where we could do it at. Oh, I guess you can still go over those railings. These guys can climb anything. My goodness. So, like, we could, you know, like, put, like, a light right here, like a tech light right here or something. And if they're, quote-unquote, operational, it would be painted green. And if they're, quote-unquote, you know, need to be worked on, it could be painted red. Imagine having this hangar floating in the space bomb, adapted to space, of course, with Astrodelphus in it. What a sight. You know, that's actually kind of what I had in mind, was another, like, sort of hangar, but, like, more of a space station for the Astrodelphus. But unfortunately, right now, you are not able to land the Astrodelphus or able to, like, use it outside of, like, when you land it, it flies away. So right now, it's kind of, like, tricky to, like, really use it, or to try to make a pen for it or something. I want to see what kind of size we need for this. I think this will be big enough. I need to get out the replicator and the forge and just see if I can fit them right here. I use a mod called Scribbles that makes really cool signs with fun. Oh, nice. That is a very interesting mod. I've actually never heard of that one. Let me use some walls here to kind of figure out how high I want this thing to be, or how wide this, or how close it actually is to the wall. That's sticking. My goodness, these things are so big. Holy crap. There we go. That's fit in there real nice and tight. Nice and tight like here on the back. And then the forge should fit perfectly fine. There shouldn't be any issues with getting the forge in here. I just hope I might have to build this one more wide on official settings just because they might be too close to each other. Ooh, yeah. On official settings, this is probably going to have to be one or two more wide. I feel like those are going to be too close. So we might as well go ahead and build it one more wide on each side just to prepare for that. Maybe I should have been doing this before we put the roof on because it's a little dark back here now. A little hard to see. Oh. The other ones were already ready to be picked up, that's why. Or destroyed. Okay. I want to make this as a hanger or something like it. I've been waiting to redo my hang in modded stuff, but this would look so cool hanging. Oh, like something that's hanging? Okay. I think we're still going to add the one coming out here on the edge of each one. Oh, that was not a good, that was a bad boo-boo. Did that not go? Come on. Okay, let's see. So we need to do our fence foundations again. And our pillars again. Another massive amount of pillars. Did I take it all the way up? I guess I did. I think that was messed up right there. Oh, come on. There's one thing with pillars, you get these multiple pillars in the same spot and they don't have like, they don't actually line up right. Like they're not like, they're in different spots when you're snapping them on the corners. And it's so weird to me. Maybe I just need to take a fat dog physics lesson and learn about pillars. Right now, the life of a builder. Yeah, I mean that's really like honestly, that's probably like the most like it's cool when someone uses one of my builds, but I think it's even cooler when like one of my builds gives somebody else inspiration to just build their own, like something of their own. and like, or turn it into something that they, or, you know, adapt it to something that they were doing or something. So many metal pillars. So many metal pillars. Oh, I already have them out. There's the 4th punch. Fifth punch. Yeah. Worst part is like when you get like almost through a build and then you realize that you've done it and you're like, oh crap, I gotta go fix that pillar. Or like there's definitely been times that I've recorded like a step where it was like, you know, like, okay, we're gonna do this column, and we build up this column, and then I'm like, okay, now just copy that over here. And we go over here and we copy it, and then like as I'm going back to zoom out or something, I see that one of the pillars is off, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, I gotta re-record that. Yeah, pillars, when you start stacking pillars up and you put them like on each corner, like close together like this, those multiple snap points can really become hazardous. But they add so much great detail to builds. Okay. I'm steering away from tutorials and do more speed builds. I want to inspire, not to be copied. Yeah. I don't know. I like slowing it down and trying to like teach, I guess, in the process of doing the build. That's why I've stuck to doing the tutorials and not like done more speed builds. Omar, that's a very big pen. How's it going, Omar? Thanks for stopping in. Yes, it definitely got very big very quick. Stryders are no small tame, that's for sure. Okay, how do I want to do this? That's the question, because this is going to be like a solid wall, and I don't really want to make too much greenhouse on it, because I don't want like... I mean, I guess you have an open door back there. It doesn't really matter if you can tell that this is where your stuff is at. This is on PvE, obviously, and it's probably not going to be like, you're not just going to leave this out in the open. Everything's going to be locked up. So I just want to make sure I know how I'm going to do this before we get too crazy with it. I want to kind of keep how... Okay, well, let's do this. I know they're going to be kind of tall. You enjoy building Nasty for the Scorched Earth story, and do you generally like Adobe aesthetics in Arc? So Nasty was cool. We built it where we built it. We built it exactly where Nasty is on the map, which is like a very uneven duney area. So it was a little challenging. I think we could have done it limited exactly what we could do. I think we still put together a pretty cool little city. But definitely the terrain limited what we could do. But, I mean, we still came out with something pretty cool, and it was still enjoyable. I think what you're going to see in the later Scorched Earth stories, like the present-day ones that Rockwell and Helena are in, I enjoyed building that stuff much more than Nasty, and I think I did a much better build. Personally, like, the Nasty I don't think is, like, blow you away. I mean, it's still cool, but I think the other stuff is going to be more impressive. And I enjoyed building it more. I hate how it paints. Yeah, Adobe paints terribly. My live stream will come to a handy because I do want to teach as well. Yeah, definitely live streaming it would definitely be super helpful. They're so loud. Yeah, I tend to turn volume down a lot when I play nowadays, because of stuff like that. I don't know why I put it, or I didn't spawn in more. I think a replicator is actually taller than the forge, so we'll see just kind of how tall this guy actually is. It's through the wall again. Okay, this guy is tall. Oh gosh, it's so tall. I think exactly how I want to cover this thing. It's almost going to end up being the height of the front. It's so tall. We're just going to build like a box around it first just to kind of get an idea. It's got to be taller than the forge, right? One second. Well, that's the first time that has ever happened. We actually, the stream has been going for so long that we actually went through my entire playlist that I have built on Epidemic Sounds for streaming. It's like a 2 hour and what, just over 2 hour playlist, and we actually went past it. Okay, so they're about exactly the same height. I have spikes outside my base. There's always a Stryder just standing there stomping on the spikes for hours unless I go out and kill it. It's kind of funny, just 1 foot stomping away at it. I don't think I can build this, not because it's big. I can't because my PS4 Yeah, I mean, the bigger builds, you definitely run the risk of like older consoles. But I mean, it's pretty open though. That's the thing. Like, it is very big, but like there's a lot of open gaps with like where the Stryders come through and stuff. So like, it's not, I think you might be all right. Hopefully we don't kill anybody's PlayStation. All right, so if I do this, we should be all right. Oh no, we went too far. And that should be high enough to cover everything. And then we'll add some detail to that stone. Obviously, we won't just have it be plain stone like that. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Cyrus. Add some kind of like gates or something here at the back so you can just walk up to it. I was just trying to get the shape really first, just kind of get an idea of how big it needs to be. And it's 4 high on that stone, so that works out perfectly with the gates. I don't think I can, oh, I already got that as well. Yeah. Arc, especially on console or so, I've heard crashes so easy, which is really ridiculous considering you can't optimize consoles at all. Only thing you can do is buy a new one. Yeah. That's part of the reason why I play PC. Do that right there, and then we can go ahead and add pillars going up the corner on both sides. And I think we'll leave the front open, so we'll go ahead and destroy these walls now. Oh crap. Okay, well we'll have to fix that. Don't worry, that'll be an easy fix. Be an easy fix. Yeah, I think that works for this back area. We'll add some railings and whatnot for some more detail. Could you do some nice back access? Oh, you already said that. Okay. Sloped. Get out some sloped and then some ceilings. Oh, I keep doing that. It's new. I don't know if I feel like it's something new. I don't feel like that's always been a thing. Might add some greenhouse ceilings here as we like see what it looks like with this done. Oops. My favorite thing in the world are nice stone railings here. I think you can place stone railings above a gate frame. I'll have to make sure with that when we go to transfer this to official settings, but I'm pretty sure that works. I'm pretty sure you can still do that. Oh, destroyed it. There goes one. You know something I've noticed, I don't know if anybody else has been playing Gen 2's noticed this, it rains a lot on this map. Like, it rains all the time. And it's really, it's one of those things that's so frustrating about doing the tutorials, because you're like, I absolutely refuse to record a portion of a tutorial while it's raining. So like, I'll be like in the middle of recording and then it'll start raining and I'm like, oh, I gotta redo that. Now we gotta hit the, we gotta re-record, we gotta, you know, go back and change this stuff. I gotta delete all this stuff. Didn't even load the map, just fatal to home. Oh wow. You make that look so easy. It's a lot of practice with stone railings. And I think we'll go ahead and once again maybe add our little thingy here above this level. As long as it doesn't look weird with the roof. Yeah, I think it looks alright. It's a little hard to tell with the rain. Oh, let's actually do something real quick. We'll just slow-mo it so we can get rid of the rain. I like the geyser. For me, Ark is always a hate-love game. It's a totally cool game with great creature design, maps, and game features. But the performance and bugs, well, you see where this is going. Yeah, I mean, it's always... I don't know how long you've been playing Ark, but, I mean, if you haven't been playing it since the day it came out, wow. It used to be crazy. It used to be so... Like, you literally couldn't run across the map without lagging out and stuff. It was so bad. The map overall seems a bit washed out too. You know, sirs, I've noticed that if you change it to like 10, well, I'll do that real quick actually. So like right now I think I have it set to like 1600, and I need to change it to like 12 for this side. So we change it to 12, and then if I change it to 10, this is something I've noticed too. If I change it to like 10 o'clock, it's like faded. Like the whole entire area seems faded. Like there's like a mist coming over it or something, which is weird that it's, you know, it just gives it like this weird washed look, like you were saying. There are admin commands. I don't know. There are. Oh, hey, how's it going, Gortana? Gortona. There are admin commands to start rain. I don't know if there's a stop. There are on some maps. I don't think they've put it on Genesis yet. I'd have to look it up. I don't think, though. I don't think Genesis has rain stopping commands yet. But it might. It might. I might just be completely wrong on that, to be honest. I haven't looked into it enough to know if it actually does or not. Wait a minute. Well, how are we 3 on one side and 2 on the other? Uh-oh. Did we do something wrong? Did we forget to take that one more over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did. Oh my gosh, no. Pooey. We forgot to take this one more over. That's not that big of a deal. It's a quick fix. Well, quick-ish fix. You're gonna have to go though, buddy. All right. We'll build one more stone wall in the middle. How did I forget to do this? I could have sworn I did this. I guess I just didn't take it far enough. Oh yeah, not as bad as the island's fog, but it's not like, but it's not really fog. That's my thing that I don't really understand. Like, it doesn't seem like it's fog. It seems like it's just like this random, like, just distortion to the screen. They've got depth. Thank you, Saris. That's kind of that's what I like to try to go for. I like to try to get as much detail in as possible. Maybe a little too much detail sometimes, to be honest, but that's what I aim for, is to get a lot of detail in. Bum with a map. I told my friend that I kind of wanted to check out all the different maps in Gen 1 since I never had to play on any of those maps. I mean, I like the Gen 2 map, don't get me wrong. I think it's a great map as far as, like, it's a beautiful map. I just really don't like the way that the sun does that, or whatever you want to call it, or they dolled it out like that. It just doesn't make, I don't know why it's like that. But I mean, I like the map overall. I will say I heard, like, they said, like, there was gonna be more, like, spots to build, like, more flat spots to build, more flat spots to build. And I've heard a lot of people, like, praise the map for that, like, saying, like, oh, there's so many good spots to build that are flat. And there are some good flat spots to build, but I've noticed also a lot of, like, areas. It's one of those maps where there's so many areas that you're, like, flying over and you're like, oh, there's a good flat spot, and then it's not flat at all. Like, you get to it and you're like, oh, this isn't actually flat. I fell down again. Build my PC just to build your pens, because I can live with Stryders with this. It is like the other side is purple. But the Redwoods doesn't have the lighting shift. Oh, really? I've only gone into the Redwoods a little bit, because it's not that much Redwoods. I've just barely kind of peeked in there. Okay, now we need to do the top part again. And then the question is, do we try to add something more right here to give it a little bit more detail so it's not just like a solid metal wall dropping down? Do we maybe take greenhouse all the way across here? Trying to think exactly what we want to do here. Let's go ahead and let's mess with taking greenhouse all the way across. See what that looks like. I think we'll fill this spot with metal. Give it like a little bit of a U look almost. And then we'll add, I think I'm gonna add like something above that greenhouse too to kind of like frame it a little bit more. Finding good surface to build on, always have to stay on the east. Yeah, there's definitely, that other side is super dangerous, like going across. I want to become a Stryder and get repaired by you in this pen. Well, my foundations I've laid down as S+, so that way I can stack them if I find the land starts to slope when I didn't expect it to. Then after that, I use all the standard building materials. A section of metal railing / wall. Yeah, the S+ foundations are super helpful with doing that exact thing, being able to like stack them. Oop, that snapped below the ceiling. Let's see, what about doing this? And then we can do railings. Maybe just like along or on this part. It's a little boxy, but I think that kind of frames it a little bit better. I don't know about that one metal wall. I don't know if I like that one metal. Maybe if we just take a line of metal walls up. Section of metal walls. Okay, I have to go now, guys. Remember, chips, take a rest. Don't worry, man. Yeah, we'll finish up here soon, and I'll definitely probably take a rest after this. Just relax for a little while before we get in and start working on the architects event again. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping in. One of those is not like the others. I think I like that right there, actually. And then we'll just place the stuff in front of it. Let's see. I think maybe we'll go with double. We'll go with both. We'll do single there on the single on the middle, and we'll go double on the back. Or on the sides, I'm sorry, I said the back. Said, will you be making a tech base? What do you mean by a tech base? Do you mean like a house or like a full-blown like base? Like when you say tech base, do you mean just like a tech, like a more like futuristic looking home? Or do you mean like a full-on base made out of tech? I can say this, I will probably never do a tech only base. I guess tech has some different different looks to it, but I would definitely probably have at least some metal in there to give it some different character. rather than just being all tech. That's a nice touch. I like it. Thanks. We could also maybe go with stone double door frames here instead of metal. I just kind of like keeping metal on metal. I think it kind of adds like a cleaner look than mixing it up and doing stone. We need to also, I think we're also going to use the normal door frames down here. Oh, sorry if you heard my chair. Starting to get a sore butt. Futuristic house would look dope. Not a lot of good tech builds out there. Yeah, I've done. I actually do have a plan for a tech themed kind of house. I've done a kind of techie looking little. It's meant as like a little surveillance center. It was like meant to house the new surveillance console. It's like a little like kind of like a techie outpost looking thing. If you want to check that out. And I've done a greenhouse for the plant species are out of tech, mostly tech and metal. That's like kind of more futuristic, but I do actually have a little bit of a plan to make a kind of like lunar mini base, almost like a few little like lunar houses tied together. And there's actually a spot in the asteroid area that you can build that I'm probably going to build it on. So that is kind of going to be like a tech base, I guess, coming up. Yeah, it starts to, after a little while, it starts to get there. You got that made already? Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do like a house. Like it's gonna be kind of like a multitude or a few houses put together down the line. It's, I mean, like I've said with everything, it's gonna be a little bit just because I am in the process of moving, but here sooner rather than later, I'll probably be doing it. I might try to actually get that one done before I leave, just because it will be a quick build I can probably do to have come out while I'm moving. I really need some inspiration for a cool underwater base. With the compartments, you're kind of limited, but I could imagine being able to make cool underwater bases with them. I don't know if you scroll up, you saw him in here earlier. Another one of the architects, his name is Sandy. It's just, if you look him up, it's just literally Sandi. He has done I think he did like a underwater compartment thing like that before. If you want to, I don't have any plans on doing anything like that anytime soon. It's definitely something I could do eventually maybe, but I don't have it like anything worked out that I could build it anytime soon. But I think he's done an underwater compartment thing like that before on his channel. And if you do end up go checking it out, let him know Chip sent you. I don't know how big it is. He did it I think before I was even an architect, so I've actually not seen it, but I think he did do something. Lunar base would be sick. Yep, we'll it's definitely in the plans. Now you guys are kind of making me want to start working on it. Do I want to put something here in the middle? What do y'all think about these two on this side? I'm not 100% sold on these two around the gates. Maybe if I add some in the middle, like just some short ones here in the middle, it'll kind of even them out. Like maybe just like literally a 1 or 2 high one. Oh no, don't fall. Although the only problem with doing them 2 by 2 or side by side is that then when you switch stairs to ramps, they have that gap. I guess it's not that bad. I love a big house that has a couple larger rooms. I play primarily with 2 other people and we have our own style. So one house with our own rooms to decorate in our own way, plus a blacksmith area. Yeah, I built a little bit ago, like right when Gen 2 was getting ready to come out, Aaron did a stream where he brought a bunch of us architects in and we did some builds. We were building like a medieval castle / village together. I don't know if we ever are going to get in and finish it. But the stuff I built, one of them was a pretty large medieval style house that could definitely just be used as a normal big house. And I'm definitely going to make a tutorial out of it. I really like how it came out. I'm going to end up making a tutorial out of it in time. Thanks for the tip. I will check him out. Yeah, definitely check him out. Let him know Chip sent you. Man, what a time to log into YouTube. Glad I finally caught a stream. Glad to have you here. We're pretty much, I think we're coming to almost the end of the stream, to be honest, but you know, still happy definitely to have you in here for the end of it, if we are going to end it here. I'll show you kind of, we need to finish off the inside actually, so I don't know why I flew fast. So this is the front. This is obviously where you would bring them in here on the front side. Do you guys think I should just take this across like I did on the back, or leave it with the catwalk there? Oh, you know what? We need to add catwalks above the back side. As you come in here, we've got this big old area in here. We can't fix that, can we? Oh, wait, yeah, we could. We just no, we couldn't. Dang, that's the old betrayal of the sloped walls. We would need to add a railing there on the outside, which is blocked now. We'd have to do this real quick to do that if we want it to look the same. Nice trick with the ramps. Thank you. Yeah, I think the ramps, well, they're actually stairs and then you change them to ramps, but it gives you this like tighter look on the side rather than having that overhang like you see up here. Well, actually this one isn't, because that's also ceiling, I think. No, it's because we built it starting on this side. So you can see on this side there's like a little bit of an overhang. I can't stand how that looks, to be honest, but do you generally like the ocean in Ark, or do you belong to this group of people that avoids the ocean at all costs? I actually like going in the ocean. When I was playing more, I built my base on Ragnarok in the underwater cave, or the mushroom cave. I love the ocean. I've always loved the ocean as like in real life. I like swimming and stuff, so yeah. I love how you build shapes with style instead of using millions of time-consuming special tricks, raise lower circles. Yeah, I mean, when you're trying to build it for official settings, you can't really go too crazy with those kind of tricks. Like I've done a build with a circle foundation, but if you do too much lowering and stuff like that, it starts to get complicated, and on official settings, it kind of starts to clutter, you know, muddle things up a little bit, in my opinion. You do a taxidermy feature. Do you mean like add a taxidermy here on the outside? Can you taxidermy the Stryder? I haven't actually tried. Ooh, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I don't know about doing them on every single one. But we can use this to put lights in. Can this turn and just go straight out? No, it can't. Okay. We could do that and have some lights hanging down from them. Oh, the statue on Aaron's thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was hilarious. Definitely an added bonus to that build was that statue. And then, oh, I didn't even mean to do this, but if we have the room, I don't know if we'll have enough. We should have enough room between them. All right, let's go ahead and play some stuff. They didn't have attachments. That's a shame. That would have been pretty cool. Put our tech generator in here. Obviously, on the actual tutorial, we will do this well ahead of time so we don't have to climb up and spin and stuff to get it in there, but we put a tech generator in that room, and then we should be able to fit our forge and our tech replicator in here also. What are you doing, Helena? I think I call it a twin and knit. All right, just stop. Put this guy right in front of this gate. Just try to line it up pretty straight, so we can access him from the outside if we want to, and then we'll put this guy. Oh my goodness, these things are so big. I think this will be good enough. There we go. We can access him from the outside, and then we can obviously power our generator in there. Eucondermium, okay. Could be fixed, but haven't seen anything in the patch notes. Oh, you removed it. Void Wyvern pen as well. I plan on maybe doing a Void Wyvern pen. That's one of those things, there's already pens for Wyverns out there. Like, other people have already done Wyvern pens, and they're so big, it's like, how do you do it different, you know? But I've been messing with some ideas. So in a sense, yes, I have been messing around with some ideas on how to do one. But I haven't nailed anything down yet that I'm like comfortable saying like, oh yeah, let's make the tutorial with this. But in a sense, yes, we will be doing one, hopefully. Just not listen to patch notes because who knows with Wildcard. Yeah. Do we want to try to get a door that we can come up there? Or anything? Is there a good spot for it? No, not really. Not without interrupting. Here's the question, can we still get this guy out with those things in there? That's the biggest concern for me, is if we can still move this guy out with the replicator there. Yeah, it seems like that replicator is a little too close to him. So we might have to, when I make the actual tutorial, we might have to build that out one more. It might have to be 4 out to be able to get this guy out with the replicator in the way. Or we just have to try to push the replicator back a little bit. But I think it's already pretty tight to the wall. We've got about 10 feet. We could probably push it a little bit. I was about to do the tech jump thingy. Is that through the gate? Oh, this isn't an exit, guys. This is not an exit. Okay, so that's not through the gate. It's not poking through. Let's see if we can get him out now, or if we need to build this more out even more. Could an exomech be a replacement for the replicator? Oh, can you? Is that a thing? I have never. I haven't really dove too deep into the exomechs yet. Can you craft everything inside of them? Could you be do you know Ned's Coke? Are you talking about like the meme video, the one that's just like a meme talking about how the voice actors said it wrong? I have seen it. I love that video. Actually, it's a really good video. I like it's just funny. Gotta run. Have fun, guys. Keep rocking, chips. Thank you, Cortana. Have a good one. They function as long as they have element and they're smaller. Oh, well, if that's the case, then yes, we will definitely put an exomech there instead of the replicator, because it should fit. I didn't know that they could function completely as a replicator. I thought there were some limitations. Let's see. Let me pull up the code real quick. Give me 1 second to pull up the code real quick and get it going. Oh. All right, here we go. Let's see. Tab, Control V. I spawned him in a really bad spot that he was getting stuck. It's so nice how you can just back these guys up and move them side to side super easily. Oh, okay, nice. Awesome, yeah. So yeah, just put an exomech there instead of a replicator. And you can back him up tight there. He is definitely out of the way. So yeah, have him right there. So there's your replicator. That's basically everything you would need for crafting. Got your forge next to it. Honestly, with an exomech, we might even be able to make this one shorter on each side. I think we'll just leave it though. I think it's fine. You got your forge there for smelting. And then if you want, we can go ahead and also add some more dedicated storage right here. I just don't know exactly how much dedicated storage you would really need. Like, we've already got, let's count them out real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 12. And then that's what, 5, so 20, so 30. So we've already got 64 dedicated storage in this build already. Do you need 128 dedicated storage? Like, you guys tell me. I just don't feel like there's 128 unique things that you could put in dedicated storage. Shame they can't move the dedicated storage. Yeah, it would be cool. We would probably move in the actual tutorial video. We'll probably move this line of dedicated storage back here, just because it's closer to our crafting stuff. How much can the exomech walk around the Stryders, or is it going to get stuck? Look at it, he can go right up to the crafting stuff too. So you could have all your crafting materials there, and you can literally take your exomech over to it instead of having to carry it to him. Maybe try using vaults. I mean, you can have vaults if you're like, I guess, lower level, but I mean, we could do vaults just for like storing other stuff. Like if you want to store, you know, like blueprints and whatnot or something, you can have vaults instead. Oops, wrong thing. Oh, it's a vault trying to go in the ground. This is what you get when you do unofficial settings type of stuff. We could probably fit 4 right here, can't we? Can 4 is not going to fit, I don't think. No matter how tight we squeeze it, I don't know that 4 is going to fit. It's probably going to need to just be 3. We might be able to get 4 to fit. I'll mess around with it a little bit more, and then we can put some more over here. Let's try it. Well, I'd have to mess with it when I'm actually on official. I'm on unofficial right now, so there's no telling if it would actually fit on official settings or if I would just be thinking that it fits and it doesn't. There we go. And then we can go ahead and add the catwalk going across the top. $64 seems okay. Oh, they can carry vaults. Yeah, I've seen them carry the vaults around. I didn't know they couldn't carry dedicated storage. That's a shame. I think we could probably fit 4, maybe, if we squeeze it in there tightly. You could also, if you want one of these areas to be like a kibble station, like if you want to put like your kibble stuff over here or your chem bench. I don't think you can make chem bench stuff in an exomech, so you would probably need to have a chem bench. So you could definitely like use one of these for your industrial cooker and your chem bench. There's definitely some spaces you can use for stuff other than dedicated storage. You could also, I don't know if you could fit them in here, if you could fit them in these front portions. But yeah, I think that basically does it for the build. We'll go ahead and take a look at it again, just all 4 sides and everything from the outside and all that. Let's go ahead and change the time of day out here, and of course it's gonna rain, so let's slow-mo real quick to get rid of the rain. before we show it off. Imagine enforcer drones and scouts wandering around the working in this building. That would be so immersive. Yeah, we could definitely probably do something like that when we do like the decor for it, even if it's not like actually realistic for the build and whatnot, and like couldn't actually, you know, we could do it for the just for the video. Even exomechs, you could have like an exomech walking, or even just the exomech like walking through and go into the storage and stuff. There we go. I don't know why I was doing that. That's risky to move around like that while in slow mode. Yeah, I wish there was a command to stop the rain. Me too. Me too. All right, so we got front side here. Obviously, as you can tell, there is no gate. There's no way, nothing preventing you from coming in this, but with the Stryders being as big as they are, the only way to prevent some would be using a behemoth gate, and they are just absolutely absurd. And I just, yeah, fitting a behemoth gate on this, I think, would have really thrown off the look of the build. So we got our front here. Miner helmets on, wandering. They're my little workers. That is genius. Got our kind of access areas here on the outside where we can access our Stryders along these walkways. Our backside. Let's go ahead and change the time. Our backside back here, which includes access to our exomech and to our forge on the backside. So we can get to both of those without having to obviously, you know, go around or go through. And then more Stryder stuff going on over here. And you could also probably, if you want, to make things a little easier for yourself with the, if you're using the Stryder to get metal, maybe throw a dedicated storage down like right here, 2 of them. Or just, I would even just say 1 of them. And let that just be your metal storage. Like let that be where you keep your metal. So when you bring the Stryder in and you transfer, we don't have any metal on one of them. Or do we have anything on any of these guys? I messed around, but I don't think I got any metal. Let's see, does any of these guys have anything on them? Do you have anything on you? What about you, buddy? You got anything on you? He does. No, no metal. Look at that. Isn't that absurd? Let's take a, yeah, I think you have to like take a stack out. So we'll take a stack of thatch, take a stack of fiber, take a stack, or a wood. Well, we already have wood. Whatever. You know, we can make metal. We'll get metal. So we can first go ahead and put the thatch or any of them in any of these. Said they do. Or they do, oh, they mate constantly. Yeah, just have them wandering around mating. And then we can go over here and we can just access this. Deadeye storage item transfer. 65 found. We have, oh, because the other metal one, okay. And then just transfer, and it should transfer everything over now. So boom. Oh, and it went ahead and auto-filled other stuff. So definitely make sure you put the stuff you want in, like, you know, get your storage assigned before you do this overall transfer. I think it transferred something over here too. We got seeds in this one. Oh, I don't want this to be, can you clear this? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I forgot if you could even do that. Then eat the unborn babies in front of them. Typical day in Ark. Let's go ahead and let's get out some metal. Oh, we can just do metal foundation. Oh, I have to actually destroy it. There we go. Oh, it's not gonna give me raw metal. Duh. What am I thinking? Oh yeah, wood for charcoal. That's a good point. just rename them. So yeah, you have multiple. So you have a wood one here for charcoal, and you have a, and then, well, you need what, hide for gasoline. Put another one there for hide to make gasoline. And then you also need oil, don't you? For gasoline. I haven't played the game, and I haven't like actually played like every part of the game in so long that it's kind of hard to remember all the crafting recipes. But yeah, you get the point. You have a few dedicated storage there at the back also to make it easier to, you know, access your forge and whatnot, so you don't have to carry stuff from all the way up there back there. But yeah, we'll give you one more quick around front. So big that it's gonna take a while to get around. We got a random stego wandering around the outside here. Good evening, Derby. I love your videos and buildings. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. We are at the end of the stream, but thank you for jumping in here anyways. Brutal but efficient. Yeah, it's a big build, but I think it's going to be a really cool, pretty much all-in-one build. I mean, you could really use this for any, like, this could be your main, like, your main base. Like, this could be your workshop. You maybe just build a little bedroom area in somewhere or something, I don't know, and this could be your whole entire, like, your main work area. You could basically have like this, and then like a hatchery, and then a house, and that could be your base, I think. Or are you talking about the, oh, you're talking about using the chainsaw. That's what you're saying is efficient. Don't tell the parents. But all right, yeah, guys, I think, unless there's anything else you guys think we should add, but it's also been about 3 hours now almost for the stream. So I think we're going to go ahead and end it here. I think this is going to do it for our Stryder pen / dedicated storage / crafting center. You're going to say it will need a transmitter if it's going to be my workshop, but it has 6. Yeah, it's got 6 transmitters on those Stryders. But yeah, I hope you guys like the build. I will definitely get a tutorial out for it at some point, hopefully not too long. Like I've said, for those of you who are just tuning in more towards the end, I am moving across the country here in the next like 5 days, so it might not be till after I get settled in at my new house, but I will start working on it and try to get it going at least so that we can finish it up relatively quickly, and get that out to you guys. But yeah, I will definitely obviously have a full 100% official settings tutorial for this. It's going to be a big tutorial, so hopefully you guys enjoy it, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to get it out. But thank you guys all for joining the stream. I'm glad you guys have been here to hang out, stuck around for the majority of the stream. Glad I woke up in time to catch this, excited for the video. Yeah, glad to have you here for the end of it, man. And I will try to get that video out as soon as possible. Yeah, there is a lot of room to add other stuff too. Definitely, you know. The only thing is just the Stryders are a little fidgety. You have to kind of have enough space to back them up. So I would be careful trying to add too much more in, just because then you'll start blocking the Stryders, as you saw with the replicator. But yeah. That is going to do it for the stream, guys. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. Let's go ahead and move to the end screen. Thank you for the good wishes on the move. Go ahead and move to the end screen. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, again, thank you guys all for being here for the stream. A lot of you guys have stuck around for the entire thing, which is awesome. It's been a long 3-hour stream almost, so thank you guys so much for sticking around for the entire stream, through the whole build. I know there was parts of it that were a little bit repetitive, but you guys hung out, so I appreciate it, guys. And like I said, I will do my best to get this tutorial out as soon as possible, with the move and everything, but you know, it might be a little bit. So, you know, guys, hold on, hang tight for that tutorial, but we will get it done definitely in some time. Yeah,